Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. We are the Group 4, and our first report will be how to examine the author's main point of view and argument. To really get what an author means, we need to look closely at their work and the world they live in. This means using both primary and secondary sources. Primary sources are direct evidence of something. For example, Jose Rizal's Nolime Tangere. While secondary sources are other people's interpretation of these, like books or articles about Rizal's Nolime Tangere. As you can see here, sa secondary sources, nahimo na siyang interpretation ani gihimo na siyang comics. Also, understanding why the author wrote something is key. For example, Rizal wrote Nolime Tangere because he was angry about how Filipinos suffered under Spanish rule. Importante sad natong sabton nga nung gisuwat sa isa ka author ang ilaha gisuwat. Sama sa gisuwat ni Rizal ang Nolime Tangere kay naglagot man siya sa pag-antos nato mga Pinoy ubos sa Espanyol. We also need to understand the context, which is the time and the place the work was made. For example, Rizal made the first half of Nolime Tangere in Madrid, Spain during 1884 to 1885, while he was also studying medicine. He then continued writing the second half in Germany while he finished it in Berlin, which he then published in 1887.
Chapter 2, Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa. Poem Andres Bonifacio. Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa, or love for one's homeland in English, is more than just words. It is a powerful call to fight for the Philippines. Back then, Filipinos were treated badly by the Spanish. Bonifacio's poem, written in Tagalog, spoke to everyone. The poem showed how Filipinos loved their country and how much they suffered. It made more Filipino people want to join the revolution. Bonifacio knew words could inspire, so he used the poem to get people excited about the freedom they deserve. He used simple language that everyone could understand. This poem became the symbol of the fight for independence. Ang balak ni Bonifacio, pag-ibig sa tinubang lupa, dili ra siya balak panawagan kini para sa pakipag-away sa Pilipinas kay kaniadto. Gidaot ang mga Pilipino sa Espanyol. Ang balak na sinuwat ni Andres Bonifacio para sa tanan. Gipakita sa balak ni Bonifacio ang gugma sa atong nasod ug ang atong pag-antos tungod niini daghan ang gusto mo apil sa revolusyon kay nakahibaw si Bonifacio nga ang pulong makadasig mao nga nagsuwat siya og balak. Kini nga balak simbolo sa kagawasan.
Chapter 3, Emilio Jacinto's Mga Aral ng Katipunan. Emilio Jacinto, Mga Aral ng Katipunan o Kartelya ng Katipunan serve as the moral and intellectual foundation of the Katipunan, the secret revolutionary society that spearheaded the Philippines Revolution. Jacinto, a brilliant young intellectual and close confidant of Bonifacio, understood that the revolution required is not only the military strength but also moral integrity. The Cartelia Right in 1896 was intended to guide the conduct of Katipunan members and shape them into virtuous citizens of a new nation. The Cartelia outlined 14 core principles emphasizing values such as love of country, comparison, integrity, and hard working. It also stressed the importance of quality and justice, rejecting the social hierarchies and racial discrimination of the colonial era. Jacinto drew on both indigenous Filipinos' values and Enlightenment ideals to create a moral code that resonated with the Katipunan members. He used accessible language and related examples. For example, the rules regarding treating one's wife or respecting elders were very important for the common people to relate to. The cartillas emphasize on moral regeneration, reflecting the Katipunan's vision for a new Philippines, a nation free from both colonial operations and internal corporation. By examining the Cartillas principles, its history, context, and its lasting impact on Filipino society, we can gain a deeper understanding of the Katipunan's vision for just and qualitable nation. Ang mga aral ng Katipunan ni Emilio Jacinto o Kartelya ng Katipunan. Ang mga aral ng Katipunan ni Emilio Jacinto o Kartel ng Katipunan kay murag libro sa mga lagda para sa Katipunan. Ang Katipunan kay grupo na sila nga nagsugod sa revolusyon. Gusto ni Jacinto nga ang Katipunan mahimong maayong manggubat ug maayong nga tao. Ang mga lagda nagtudlo ni nga igugmaon ang nasod, magmaluluyon ug magkugi ug nagtudlo pud sila nga patas ang tanan. Gigamit ni Jacinto ang mga ideya gikan sa mga kultura sa Pilipino ug uban pang maayong ideya para mahimo ang mga lagda. Gigamit niya ang sayon sabton nga mga ehemplo. Kini nga lagda nagpakita sa damgo sa Katipunan para sa mas maayong Pilipinas nga walay laing mga leader ug mga daotang buhat.
And that is all the report of Group 4. Thank you for listening and God bless.